There was a long counter in the diner. The lights were on, but there wasn't much. It was light for someplace smaller than that, maybe the light from the dash of an old car. It would have to do. It was a small diner, really just the counter, and the counter was empty but for a man and a woman. The man sat, and before him was a grayish envelope. He was not 50, but not 40 either. His shoulders were solid. His face looked abused, broken. His hair was badly cut, and his chalk eyes looked where he pointed them. Right then, he was looking at the counter, at the envelope, not at the woman in front of him. She had just finished saying something. She was somewhere between 20 and 40, with a face and body like a photograph of a waitress. On her neck, in serif, it said Carlos. Maybe it said forever, too. Her weight was on one foot or the other. What she said then was, "Not that you should listen to me. I don't care. Just as a courtesy, I'm telling you. That bell goes off means you gotta be over there. People who take their time, they probably wish they hadn't. I've worked here a while. Take it for what it's worth." The man looked over his shoulder out the window. The building opposite had a massive entranceway funneling down to a tiny single bronze door. Beside it was a guard booth. The building was a courthouse. It was an edifice of stone, something like a pyramid. In monumental letters was written, Court 5. Someone was walking up the steps. Infinitely small in that place. Scarcely human. "They ask you to come down? I guess they can wait their turn too," he said. "And anyway, it's not like you've been inside there." His voice was low and raspy. "Maybe it's a picnic." "Suit yourself. What do you have?" He pointed to a menu inset in the counter. The waitress turned, went to a window in the wall, and shouted through it, "Number 6. She pressed a button in the wall, and coffee came out of a spigot into a cup she was holding. The next part of her dance was she put it in front of him, and she looked at him, and she looked through him. "Service." The man could see through the window to the kitchen. A face had appeared there. A ruddy-looking cook, fat and dirty. A short-order cook. He put a plate on the partition and turned away. The cook and the kitchen flickered for a second, and there was just a wall there with a slot. Then it was there again, and the cloth of the cook's linen-clad back was moving out of frame. The waitress nodded to her customer. "I used to ask people who they see in the hologram. For me, it's my mom. No kidding. 20 years dead, but there she is. People say it's a man, it's a woman. One guy saw his brother. You remember when they put these in? People couldn't believe their luck. Now it's just garbage looking at garbage."